What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Jay Warder. Welcome back, you beautiful face, to my channel. Hope you enjoyed that little intro with the locker room footage, getting back behind the scenes. You got to get that VIP tag to go back there, with also the courtside footage, just a little quick clips, you know what I'm saying? I got some more clips from a playoff game that I'll show at the end of our little talking segment. These games are happening so fast every other day that I wasn't able to edit that playoff vlog and upload it before this game 4 happened, but this game 4 was so big that we have to talk about it. So I have footage from a different playoff game from this year at the Spurs arena, turning up. It was still really cool atmosphere. Everything was still amazing. It just wasn't this game 4, but I'll post that at the end. But yeah, just please like and subscribe. We got Spurs content, zombies, NCAA. We got some MLB video coming out soon. We got a lot of just content. You like my personality, you like what you feel around this channel, just come out and have some fun. Like and subscribe. Come out and hit the notification button, and we're gonna pop out a bunch of videos this summer. All right, so let's go into this playoff game right here. The Spurs win 102-83. Man, it was back against the wall type of game for the Spurs. They knew it was. I thought that OKC was going to come out with a more killer instinct to say, hey, let's end this series now, because let's be honest, if it goes 3-1, this series is over. I thought OKC was going to come out with a bigger killer instinct, but they didn't really come out with all that. They found out that AJ Mitchell wasn't going to play a day before the game, and then J-Dub was apparently a game time decision, so they ended up without either of them, and we're going to talk about how much that hurt them and how it affected the game. They might be the determining factor of the series. We hope it doesn't go down to injuries. I hope J-Dub comes back, even as a Spurs fan, just because I want to see good basketball. I want to see the teams at their best, and I don't want any excuses if the Spurs win. Just because I know how I would feel if De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper weren't playing, and they consistently weren't playing, and then we lost because of it. So I don't want any excuses. I just want good basketball. So prayers over J-Dub and AJ Mitchell. Hopefully they have a speedy recovery and we get some real basketball. But either way, Spurs came out in this game like their backs were against the wall. They came out like they had to win. They came out the defensive intensity that we talked about, that we knew that they could have, that they started game 3 with, but it lasted the whole game. They didn't just go up 15-0 and then just stop it. So the first thing that I like to say is that Wemby, everybody's saying that he needs to be more aggressive. He needs to go off, because last 2 games that they lost, he had about 5 shot attempts in the first half. And that's just like, bro, you're 7'5". We have to figure out how to get him the ball, do this. So the first thing that I liked, very first play of the game, is a play drawn up for Wemby. A lot of people were criticizing Mitch Johnson, criticizing the Spurs. They're saying, you guys just don't draw up something for your best player. Like, yes, he's the best player on the floor any given night. And yes, he's a superstar and he can go create his own offense, but sometimes you need to give him that easy one. Set him a back screen. Set him a little pick and pop or something like this. So they set a little screen for him, and they gave him the ball at the elbow, and he took it, and he missed it. Ended up being off his rebound. Long 3. He ended up scoring the first possession. And so I just like the way he was aggressive and confident coming out from the get-go. And he's just trying to say this is his game, his team. We're going to lose or win on my back. And that's what we want to see every night, because when Wemby goes off, we win. It's not like a bunch of stars that, hey, let him beat us. Like people were talking about Jokic and sometimes Shea, of like, hey, go make them go one-on-one all game. Like, all these twos aren't going to add up. If their teammates aren't helping around, then it doesn't matter. But with Wemby, he doesn't get 35 points and they lose, because his easy ones are alley-oops. His easy ones are like literally standing and dunking. So you can't give those up. You have to focus him. You have no choice but to double team him, triple team him, everything. And so he came out with that aggression, and it just shows that it opens up his teammates. So they came out with that defensive intensity from the start. They started to play SGA different. Spurs analytic team seems really good, because in the playoffs, they've made like game-to-game adjustments very well. They figured out doubling SGA is just not the move. He's too good of a playmaker. When you're just screaming at him wherever, as soon as he touches half court, he's just going to find wide open people. They're NBA players. They have rhythm. They can take one step, wide open shots. That's easy, right? So we started playing him straight up today. Just saying straight up, let's see if the refs call it. Castle's hand checking a ton. But, hey, let's not act like OKC didn't win their chip, because all their guards were literally just grabbing and pushing all over the Pacers guards. So we'll get into that another day. But they decided to play SGA different. They were still helping, right? But they just played him straight up, played him hard. And whenever he drove to the basket, they collapsed. And then they closed out well on non-shooters like they haven't been doing, and not giving them the rhythm that they usually have. So Thunder had to live with stuff like Isaiah Hardenstein's little patented floater move that they try to hype up. He scored their first like 8 or 10 points, and everybody's like, okay, yeah, iHeart can't get stopped, but if he's the only one scoring, there was like, I think it took about 5 minutes in the game before anybody besides Isaiah Hartenstein scored. And that's when I knew it was our night. I was like, yeah, it's over. So playing SGA different ended up working out. He shot like 5 of 16. He shot like 5 of 17 the game before, 6 of 17, something like that. It's not good. It's tour dates. We've been trying to lock him up. He's getting some free throws, but we're also playing him really hard, playing him really physical, and they're not calling that a lot of the time. So I'm not going to complain about the 2 times he obviously flops and gets his free throws, because they're not giving him that the whole game. So there might be a 1 or 2 clips that go viral, but if you watch the full game from end to end, he's not getting those calls consistently. So I'm glad that they're just letting him play. We'll see how he adjusts, because he's a hooper when he just wants to go get buckets. So we'll see if he just goes to that mindset. And, yeah, we'll see what's going on with him. They have to figure out how to play make without him, because without A.J. Mitchell and J-Dub, their next 2 leading playmakers, it's really ugly, especially when he's on that bench. So they have to figure out the non-SGA minutes, because none of those guys anymore are playmakers. Cason Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, none of them are full playmakers. So they have to figure out what they want to do with that. Lou Dort's damn near unplayable. The refs have an agenda against him. He gets called for fouls for barely anything just because of his rep and all this. So I will bet a lot of money he's not on the team next season. But yeah, next thing we need to talk about, man. We got to talk about Chet. Number 2 option Chet. This number 2 option Chet, let's just have a look at it. Let's see what he went last night. He's going 3 for 8 with 10 points. 3 for 8 with 10 points. Number 2 option. This is pitiful. And I know OKC fans, they try as hard as they can to defend him. This is god-awful. This is god-awful. When you are not taking more shots, you're taking the same amount of shots as Cason Wallace, Jared McCain's taking more than you, Isaiah Joe's taking more than you, Aaron Wiggins is taking more than you. Like, when Wemby's not in, you have to go, 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 go. Like, I get you could be scared of Wemby. Wemby be bitching Chet. We all know that. But he has to fight back. And until he fights back, I saw one of the Thunder fans comment this. Him acting like this isn't a rivalry and him, like, brushing it off, as long as he does that, it's going to cost the Thunder. Like, you have to buy into saying, okay, I'm not just going to let somebody push me over and just say, make up some rivalry and say, I don't know what the rivalry is. Because that's all he talks about. Every time someone brings it up to him, he's like, I don't know, we're competitors. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't say rivalry. I barely even talk to the man. I'm like, bro, you should go in there and be like, nah, he won Rookie of the Year over me. We know that he's on the come up. They try to compare us. I'm not saying I'm better than him, but I'm definitely in the league also, and I'm definitely one of them ones. And that's how you got to go into that mindset. But he doesn't go in there like that. And as long as he does that, hey, go Spurs, go. I feel good. But number 2 option Chet is looking terrible. We don't know what to do with him. So the bench production hasn't been the same. Jerry McCain just shoots. It goes in or it doesn't. I'm not really worried about him. He can't defend. Jay Will looked different from the very first play. He halfway rolled his ankle. He tried to act a little flop. Then he tried to flop on a 3. And I was like, yeah, I'm talking about not Jay Will, not J-Dub. And so when those 3s weren't falling, I knew he was out of it that game. And then check this out, bro. Just play Alex Caruso like an NBA player. Stop acting like he's a middle school player that you can leave open. NBA players are going to make wide open shots. Just guard him normal. When they face guarded him and they just helped off a little bit and closed that on him, man, he is not a good offensive player at all. He is not. That's not his strong suit. Everybody knows it. He knows it. And the fact that when they don't leave him just wide open, he can't do anything. So just guard him like an NBA player and he'll be fine. I want to give a big shout out to De'Aaron Fox, man. De'Aaron Fox is an unsung hero of this series, believe it or not. He's barely scored over 10 points in every game because he's battling an ankle injury. He was out a few games. And, man, him taking this backseat role has helped so much because Stephon Castle isn't turning the ball over all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how many turnovers Steph Castle had last night. We'll get to him because he's a dog. Steph Castle had 1 turnover in back-to-back games. De'Aaron Fox is grabbing a lot of that pressure, getting 5+ assists, and you can just tell by watching the game the flow that he plays with. And even if he doesn't make the shots, he takes the right shots. He's saying, okay, I have to go drive to the bucket right here. I have to go for a 3, quick 3. This is my open shot right here. I have to go pass it to him. And you could tell he's hobbling. You could tell it hurts. And I just love De'Aaron Fox. Everybody that's hated on him this year can shut up because Dylan Harper's kind of going into that little rookie funk as he should, as he can, as he will. He's a human. He's not going to go off for 30 points every game. He's a rookie. So as Dylan Harper's going down just slightly, as Steph Castle is going through those sophomore slumps of I haven't seen this type of pressure as a lead playmaker before. De'Aaron Fox is saying, okay, relax. I'm the vet here. I've been in this league a long time at this point. Been in this league a long time. A bunch of you guys were watching me when you were in middle school and high school get all-stars. So he's settling down. He's handling his business, and I just love De'Aaron Fox, man. Julian Champagnie's been in a slump. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. He's a shooter. Shoot. He's getting very open looks. You heard Reggie Miller say it. He's like, hey, man, Julian Champagnie is getting very, very good open looks, and you can't get mad at it. I mean, your best three-point shooter through the year, getting wide open looks in his spots. Just keep playing. We have to figure out something about the Keldon Johnson, Harrison Barnes, Carter Bryant minutes. Mitch Johnson is trying to find one of them that he can please play 20 minutes without worrying, and they all just all have their different woes. Carter Bryant just fouls. He plays undisciplined. He plays like a rookie. He plays out of his feet, out of dumb fouls, jumping up on everything. First play he does is a turnover, getting tunnel vision, and then he jumps up when a dude barely pump face, lands on his back for an and one. It's like, dude, that just happened in 20 seconds. I do think that he needs to settle in. He can get a longer leash, but I mean, we're in the playoffs in the Western Conference Finals. He'll get time to play minutes. But Keldon Johnson, I don't know what to say about him. He looks like the most undeserving sixth man of the year I've seen in a long time. And as a Spurs fan, I can't even defend him. I have a Spurs group chat, and I literally text it all the time. And I'm just like, we just text on the same thread of when I first said Keldon tunnel vision. And he just he gets the ball, dude, and you have no other questions what he's doing. He's going straight to the freaking hoop, and he's going up on how many other people. And whenever he's halfway on and he goes through two people and he makes that contested-ass layup, and it is live. It is turn. I feel it. But it's ugly, man. It's very ugly. He can't play make. You don't want him to shoot consistently. He'll try that first three, and if that first three's not on, he probably won't shoot another one for a minute. If he misses two, his confidence is completely gone. I don't know what to do with Keldon Johnson. Harrison Barnes just can't hit a shot, but he's playing very, very hard minutes. He looked like the vet out there. He was out there with De'Aaron Fox. They had chemistry back in Sacramento, so I really liked them out there together. He was getting all the loose balls, offensive rebounds, steals. He was doing all the gritty work and getting free throws. He just wasn't hitting the shots. So I actually kind of like the Harrison Barnes minutes, if we're being honest with ourselves. I would still start with Keldon maybe, and then maybe go to Harrison quicker. Next thing I have on my notes is Dylan Harper okay? I know he was hurt, and I'm pretty sure he's still banged up, but he just doesn't look like himself right now. He's not driving to the paint, and that's what Dylan Harper does. He drives and he elevates and he hangs his body and he does this. He might be hurt. So shout out to him for playing through. He is obviously not 100%. He's settling for a lot of threes that I know he doesn't want to take. He usually takes them about third quarter whenever the tempo needs it, when he takes those threes, and he gets his at the paint first. But now he's kind of taking the first threes he's seeing, starting 0 for 2 from the field, and then kind of just driving in, and then, not elevating, settling for bad little fadeaway layups or whatever, and just kind of getting out of his head and doing this on the way back. And I'm like, oh, you're good, boy. You're good, boy. Come on, let's lock in. Let's play make a little bit. Let's get the ball to somebody else. Maybe he'll come back to us. Let's slash. Let's cut back door. Something like that. So I love Dylan Harper. We all love him. I think he's going to be fine. But obviously he's in a little funk right now mentally and a little physically. So we'll see how he does. And then the last thing we have about the bench is Luke Cornett. He actually played well last night. Luke Cornett, he got 6.7 rebounds. Couple blocks, 2 blocks. But here's my thing, though. He still was a -9 in 13 minutes. Maybe that's just when OKC hit their shots because the eye test said Luke Cornett was playing pretty well. But the fact that he was still a -9 when you feel like he played his best game by far is kind of scary. I don't know how they adjust without getting people back from injuries because they literally just don't have another playmaker. And unless Chet tries to turn up, which we know he's capable of, but I just don't see him taking 23 shots and making 14 of them and hitting 5 threes. I just don't see that out of Chet, even though he's capable of that. He just doesn't have that aggression, that mindset right now. So without injuries, how do the Thunder react? How do they do the non-Shea minutes? How do they react to Shea getting played like this? We'll be at OKC next game. The refs are going to be on his side at home. It's going to be a close bang-bang game no matter what. In this rubber match, 2-2. In the 2-2 series, the Game 5 winner wins about 70 or 80% of the time. So it's a big, big game. If the Spurs can somehow steal it, whew, If the Spurs can somehow steal it and then go back home for Game 6 and try to end it, that would be insane. I would go to that game. Either way, they're the defending champions. You can't count them out. Every time that you thought that we had a hard adjustment for them, they just adjusted back, right? We thought we can double Shea, and then he sets up all these guys. We thought that they were just going to play small on Wemby, and that wasn't the case, and they adjusted and played this way. And then whenever they called out Isaiah Hartenstein, then they started playing Wemby this way. And they just always have an adjustment ready. So I'm really intrigued to see and excited to see what Mark Daigneault is going to do and Mitch Johnson, what they're going to do, because this is a chess match with all these teams. The coaching behind these games is really going crazy. That's why I hate the Twitter talk of just only people talking about the refs and officiating and the flops. I'm just like, dude, there's beautiful basketball, beautiful chess games happening right now, especially from the coaching side. So start learning and watching actual basketball. But hey, thank you guys for coming out to another video. All right, so I'll post these quick clips from the playoff game that I went to. It was very fun. But either way, thank you guys for coming out to another video. I have that to be the little outro. Love y'all. Peace.